Are we actually live the first time on the first try? If we are, that's amazing. Okay, I guess we are live. So hopefully, um, just need to go into my creator studio and make absolutely sure. Okay, yes, we are. Okay. So let's see here. Um, need to activate monetization since I still won't have that set up to be automatic. Hmm. That's interesting. I'm just like looking at the add cards. Link to an approved website. Hmm. Oh. So anyway, I don't know, playing Gone Home kind of made me get into the mood for like other sort of indie games. Um, so this is a game I played a little bit of before, and it's a very it's a very radically different game from Skyrim or Doom or Fallout 4 that I played before. not even quite like Gone Home, although it's similar, like in the sense that it's more of an experience. Although it does have like gameplay elements to it, so I suppose. But I don't think you can die in this game. But there are more gameplay mechanics, technically speaking, than. I mean, Gun Home has gameplay mechanics in the sense that you're kind of interacting with the environment and discovering stuff. But um, I guess like the thing they have in common is that they feel like they are inexperienced in general, and that you can't really die. Um, but I think this game has more things that that most people would consider to be gameplay elements. I think like Gone Home is just like walking through a house and discovering things, and you know finding keys and uh, anyway, let's. This is why you should not play with fireworks. So this is game from what I played of it is very interesting because it basically portrays what she imagines the world around her is like, because she no longer can actually see. But because she wasn't born blind, she has like an idea of what things are, and that's going to come into play um, as things go on in interesting ways. Um, Also, I think this might be my first time playing with headphones, which I think is actually probably the best way to play it because actually, I think when you're not wearing headphones, it actually uses the speaker. I mean, yeah, it uses the speaker um, on your controller for her footsteps. But of course, it's all uh, for the headphones when I have the headphones plugged in. It's gonna be interesting to see what this get a more immersive experience of the sound design. Hey, like she can't really see obstacles until like they're right in front of her. But I just, as someone who has an interest in game design and making games, I think it's interesting to really look at a game like this that really does something. It's really different. Like she can kind of imagine that there's trees there because she hears the birds, but then like she doesn't necessarily realize there's a wall in front of the trees until she runs into it. Um, Doesn't that mean like huh in Japanese? Oh. That's one slow woodpecker. It would be great if they got the narrator of Stanley Parable to read all the narration. But then no one would be doing exactly. No, she didn't go to find him. She stayed at home. Need to be belittling you the whole time. Yeah, this is what I was talking about. Also, when she runs into something she's scared of, she's like, we're gonna get darker, and there are routes she will refuse to take. Because she's scared. Well, that comes up a little more later. I don't know if she needs to pass through the chickens or not. What? Should I close it? Well, the chickens get out, it's gotta be on her. Yeah, she ain't chicken about chickens, just crows. I don't think she needs to go in here. It's just fun. Why can't she reclose it? No, she can't. Why not? Video game logic. Really, I mean, she can still like feel the door and like the handle, so. I don't think she can go inside the house. You might think she's scared of dogs, but actually it's the dogs who set off the fireworks. I think it might be going around in circles. The game design is just so cool. Like, she can see the river because she can hear it. Like, she can see the river more than she can see other things that are, like, that are technically closer to her. This is, like, what's so cool about indie games is that they really are able to experiment with things like this. As well as, like, I guess, telling simpler stories. She can hear the trees. Right, it's something that she discovered before. She has a very good spatial sense, I suppose. I suppose she'd need to have if she's going to be exploring this much. Uh-oh. Oh, this way. like it's a road. It's interesting that like there's no like sidewalk like in front of it or anything. I mean, I guess she can't see the sidewalk, or she doesn't. She's not able to reach it because she's so scared of the cars. That's interesting. I hope there's not a time limit on that, because that would be. It probably isn't. Or if there is, like, and she's in the middle of the street, she, like, just really quickly. Either she really quickly runs, or to the other side, or, like, the car just, like, honks at it or something. Probably. Um, it's probably more likely that the car would just, like, honk at her really loud. This is an instance where she has to go around. I think. Yep. You can go. Yeah, we can't. Like, this is a game that has a reason for invisible plot walls. Okay, here we go. It's now house or something. Okay, so I think I'll have to check this direction. I don't think. I don't think there's this little side area. It's more wall. Okay, so I think we just go around. Uh-oh. Can she open this gate? Okay, apparently not. Okay. This game, like, uses the church bells and things and sort of give you a general direction of where to go. Which, you know, something I've kind of talked about before, particularly with Doom, is that, like, even if the main character isn't blind, it's still important to give the player a fairly good idea of where they're supposed to go and how they're supposed to get there. I think we might be close to roughly where I left off in my own playthrough, or my initial playthrough.
Hello. Hello. Lily.
Me.
Han, ma part. Oh, there.
Yeah, send the blind girl to retrieve your ball.
That way. Oh, there. On there. That way.
Yeah, she can't fit between the seesaw and the garbage can.
On there. That way. Oh, there. That way.
It's gonna have to go all the way back around. Probably. I don't think we can top the fence. Nope. And here it makes even more sense that there's no run button. Than in Gone Home. I mean, Gone Home it makes sense because, like, why would you be running around the house? That's like a complaint I have about MMOs, which I believe I've mentioned before. That it's like the opposite complaint that you can run, and you see everyone around you just running from place to place, and it's just like so immersion breaking. But like you can't really do anything about it, and like you're probably doing the same thing because this is like an interesting thing to think about when like you're playing a game like Skyrim is
Ah, and you.
Nani?
Kidding? That way?
I think this is where.
Shoo. What?
Okay. I'm not afraid anymore. Hear that? I'm not afraid anymore. Except I am. Kind of. So yeah, basically the Let's Play is going to be blind from here on out. Ba-bum, shh. Actually, it's always been blind. Now it's just double blind. To use the lingo of scientific study.
Nani?
Was she afraid of pigeons? Okay. Are you gonna peck your eyes out? That's probably something you need to worry about. You don't have any eyes to peck out. Okay. So the way around is not quite as apparent. Okay. Oh, it's like a truck.
Nani?
We should name your cat Jason. Jason! Flowers, the bane of blind girls wanting to go places. Okay, why is she suddenly scared again? Okay, she's not. She's just. No. Are she gonna feed the bread to the birds? Okay. I'm pressing all the buttons. She needs to find the shopkeeper to pay for it. I don't know. I'm hoping the game isn't like glitching out. It's gotta be here. Okay. Pretty sure I pressed X last time. Is it too high up for her to reach? Maybe I need to find a different loaf of bread? Like, do I need to Google this? Oh no, not a dog. And a wall. Okay. I gotta Google this. Oh, I thought I used my phone. My computer isn't Now it is. No matter of where is the bread, how do I pick it up? Okay, so apparently it's not the bread that was, I just wanted to confirm that that box I found wasn't the one that, apparently there's another box of bread that's like out in the field somewhere. I'm really cheating because I don't know exactly where it is. I just...
Nani?
I just know what the place where it is looks like. Which isn't a lot of help, since we're talking about a blind person here. But I just figured out what I want to know is, like, is that the place where I'm supposed to grab the bread from? And it isn't. It's a place that has bread. It's just not the place that has bread. That Ray is able to take. Or is it Ray or is it Ra'e? Because I know, like, in Japanese, which I'm assuming this girl is Japanese because, like, she named her cat Nani, and her name... It seems pretty Japanese, but, like, the... Yeah, I'm assuming we can't take that bread. Unless Actually makes you kind of afraid. Stranger danger. Yeah, the spelling that I'm familiar with for the name Ray is R-E-I. So I don't know if there's a different pronunciation when it's spelled R-A-E or if it's just a different way of spelling it. Kind of like how, like many American names can be spelled with like a C or a K. I believe this is another invisible plot wall. Okay, it's past the bridge. I didn't cross the bridge right. Well, I certainly didn't cross the bridge, and I probably maybe just didn't notice it before.
Nani?
I wonder if the fact that she's calling for her cat is actually kind of another indicator of us making progress. What do we got in the fact that like areas that she's already explored are revealed? Ah, here we go. So I wonder, is there a shortcut to the area that we were before? Do we have to like backtrack a whole lot? Also, it's interesting. I think this is a game where you can kind of get away with reusing assets because, like, all that Ray really has to draw on is her like life experiences from before she became blind. And like at any given moment, she's just kind of guessing what she sees from like that visual vocabulary. And the question is, even if we can go to a spot that's like relatively close to where we had been unable to progress. I think that might be. There we go. Seagulls, okay. I thought those were seagulls. I don't think I could remember what they were called. Okay. How does that help us? Okay. How is that helping us? She's still scared of the seagulls. How did that help us? Seriously, how did that help us? We still can't get past the seagulls. Now they're just gonna be here even longer. This is the part where I don't want to curse, but this is like kind of an E for everyone game, so are we stuck? Did we do something wrong here? Like, this doesn't seem like a game where there would be like a... This isn't like the old King's Quest games where like you could use an item the wrong way and then like end up in an unwinnable scenario. Okay, now I gotta hook this up again. Like, what? So I'm just pausing. Like, this could be a bad game design, but yeah, I don't know. Like, it could be that I'm just stupid. There's a feed the ducks? Okay, so apparently there's the area that this is a different area from where we were before. So that's so it should be cleared from the area they were in before, but now I have to find the area they were in before. Which likely means backtracking. Which isn't fun. It's possible it will not be as bad as I think it's gonna be. Okay. Apparently you can use the bread to feed some ducks too, and you can get like a trophy for that, but okay, is this literally an invisible plot wall? Apparently yes. Apparently I'm being blocked by purpley sprite things. No idea why. There's nothing here to, like, represent what is blocking her. I guess there's nothing here. Like, there's no, like, street sound or anything. That is weird. Like, what is that meant to represent is what I want to know. Like, that is too far away from where Ray thinks Nani went. That's honestly all I can think of. Like, it's a representation of she doesn't want to go that way. Well, it's raining. That should be indicative of some kind of progress. Probably she doesn't like. Maybe she's a vegetarian. Okay. What? Okay. I don't think that was there before. I don't see why it would be there now. What is it doing, like, in the middle of the street? I mean, I guess... Is it just what she's perceiving the barrier to be? What it actually is makes more sense, or, like, what the environment around it is makes more sense? So it's actually an alley when she imagined it to be... Okay... I think I may be able to say at this point that this is bad game design. Like, they're making you backtrack, and not only that, like, they're... I don't know. Like, I hate to say it's bad game design because they keep on saying that, and like, this is an indie game, so, like, it's more forgettable than in Doom, where, like, they should know better. Okay, this is... something somewhat new. That's what a dog was. Yeah, that's... like... that definitely wasn't there before. I'm not sure why it is there. It moved. To over there. For some reason. It's still blocking our way. So the point is... I guess just demonstrating that her ability to perceive that things aren't always going to be exactly where she remembered them being, and it doesn't like have any other gameplay design purpose of allowing us to progress to an area that we couldn't before. There's the bread we still can't take. Yeah, I have no idea where the hell I'm going now. think that path with visions is before the restaurant, so I just wasn't sure until. Well, I'm still not sure. Okay, now I'm back here again. Okay, the seagulls are still over there. I'm still scared of them. Okay. I still have no clear way to... Okay, so yeah, there is the area where they were previously, but I have no idea what it is now. Or how to get there. Like, the fact that it shows you, like, the places that you've already been, roughly at least, is nice when you're trying to just move forward to places that you haven't already been, but you're trying to go to a place that you have already been. Like, the more you've explored the map, the more lost you can potentially get. And I guess, like, as a little kid particularly, you could, and particularly as a blind kid, it makes sense that you could get lost. So, and here's the invisible barrier again. That's, like, somehow visible to a blind person. I guess that only blind people can actually see the invisible plot walls. So that's what they look like. Now I know. They look like little squiggly purple face. Now I'll have to imagine that every time I play a game that has invisible plot walls. I think that was where where the seagulls are now. We have to find a place where the seagulls were before. And I've got a comment. Hey, explaining where the seagulls are, I don't know. Where the seagulls were. I vaguely recall that I ran into the restaurant like a little while after I found an alternate route from the seagulls, and it is really all on my terrible sense of direction. I think that's where I went before. Did you find anything? It might be a very sinister wind, but I don't know. My headcanon says that it's just like an invisible plot wall given form. Okay. Now kind of I'm really lost now. Can I grab my bread and feed it to ducks? Oh, it's probably soggy now. Well, this is a path I didn't go down before. Which probably means it's not progress, although it could be. It could be the game designers, like, intentionally made the path I'd already been down, like, disappear so that I could follow the logic of... I don't know, it wouldn't be really logic. I suppose there could be some game logic that she kind of like forgets an area after a period of time, and it allows us to, that would allow me to continue just the philosophy of exploring places that aren't seen. I'm using air quotes that you can see. Um, um, I might be making progress. Ah, okay. Here we go. Oh, Nevroa, how convenient. We'll just steal that. We're becoming quite the thief.
Nani? 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 No.
Is this where I've already been? I think so. There we go, we're approaching the other side of the gate. Looks like. Or maybe we're approaching the gate again. We're going around in circles. Yeah. For a moment I thought, hey, we're on the other side of the gate. Oh, no, it's just the same side of the gate. I've been down here. I guess it doesn't really track your progress as much as I thought it did. I mean, I suppose it's realistic in that regard. At least somewhat. I guess you still see certain landmarks. Or, you know, imagined, as it were. As the case may be. Oh, it's the sewer. Ah. Hey, I didn't even hear a sound effect. Well, it could be smell too. Or just imagination. One thing or the other. Or all the things. I probably should go up this ramp. And Ferris wheels are really creepy when you're blind. I'm starting to get some Silent Hill vibes. I'm not liking it. This better not have the same ending as Silent Hill 2. Or I guess a similar ending to Silent Hill 2. I'm not going to elaborate on that because This is an E-rated game, or at least I'm assuming it is. I don't see any reason why it wouldn't. It looks like I'm making progress. Or sounds. This part's going on a little too long. I think things might be taking somewhat of a turn for the surreal.
Nanny. Nanny?
Turns into a black cat. Well, the game's still not over yet. I don't know how long the game is. Like, it feels a little too short, but like it's an indie game, so like it's hard to gauge, like just how long it's going to be. Oh no, this is not good. I think that structurally, like, this could be the final level. Just, like, narratively. That, like, she's at her lowest point. And then...
Nani?
It's definitely another type of game that I guess it would be better if I had, like, a larger chat audience that could, like, probably help me find, like, all the Easter eggs and such. Because, like, if I had a larger chat audience, I probably would, like, have learned about the duck thing, you know?
Nani?
I think that most of the trophies for this game are, like, revolve around, little hidden things you can do.
Nani?
Wow, yeah, it's interactable.
Hmm?
Uh, think these rocks are flat and evenly spaced. I mean, I had to assume they're artificial in nature. Or like, like they're not maybe real rocks, but like they were like artificially like flattened and like put there as I mean to cross the river.
Nanny.
Another impassable gate. Why is she in her scared pose again? Huh. Another gate. There's also a path. That's the path that leads to the gate. Uh-oh. Why are you scared of the grave digger?
Whoop. Ah.
We give you even more Silent Hill vibes. Although it's still too bright colored.
Nanny. Hmm?
That's it? Wow, that's... That's really depressing. Like, Gone Home had a really kind of depressing build-up to a like very hopeful and kind of optimistic ending, and this was like a there's this within the narrative structure it feels like, oh, she's at like her lowest moment at, like I was saying, when like there was the rain and everything in her little journey, and then like there's this bright vibrant area like after, and you're like, oh, this is where she's gonna finally actually find her cat, and then she basically learns that her cat died, and it's like, that's I didn't sure what to think of that. Like, I'm getting the impression that it may have been like partly based on a true story, so that's just the way things go, or inspired, I guess, by a true story. So these are the kinds of things that just happen in life, and it can really suck. But it just feels like okay, that's a little better. Okay, I have to admit, like, this made me tear up a little bit. um, I'm I'm definitely a cat person, so this like really um like when I was in middle school, I had a cat that I was really attached to. Her name was Trixie, and she um here's just a personal little story. She ended up getting out of the house, and she was missing for I don't know exactly how long. We eventually someone um like one of our neighbors or people I think around the area like found her in their garage, I think, and we had her back for a while, but then she eventually turned out she from like the time when she was out on her own, and I think she kind of developed some health problems from being just, a house cat who was basically just out in the wild for so long. Um, which eventually, in a few weeks um, after she was returned to us, she passed away. And I guess it was a good thing that she was able to have those last, those last. I mean, she was at the vet when she passed away, but like at least we had. I'm getting really choked up. I'm sorry. Um, I guess I shouldn't be because like this is a very emotional kind of story. Um, we have actually lost a couple. We've had to euthanize. Um, Last year we had to euthanize one of the cats we had for a fair amount of time. Prior to that, we had a cat who we very recently inherited from uh, uh, I think both of the cats we've a lot of the cats we have currently were inherited from my grandparents, who also recently have like all passed away as well. But that's neither here nor there. That's not related to kitties. Um, but yeah, we had a cat named Princess who also we had to euthanize uh, last year, and that wasn't as hard on me as Trixie. Because I mean, but it was still hard because uh, but the cat we had to put down before that was named Jennifer, and we had her I think for a shorter period of time, and she never really acclimated to being in a new place, and I think that's part of the reason why we had to put her down. Like she was already on in her years, um, and she's just having all sorts of issues. So, but yeah, like Princess was a little harder because we'd had her longer, and a, she was definitely more social. But that's a more recent story. So like this actually kind of um, is actually kind of making me kind of confront those feelings a little bit. But mostly it reminds me of Trixie because she actually had run off. Although this was already an outdoor cat, so isn't it? And but yeah, I mean with Trixie, I think I'm grateful that we had that she didn't just die out, you know, um, out there, in the wild. That she was at least able to be comfortable, in a maybe not at home, but like in a veteran's office. You know, that they were able to make sure that she was comfortable, and that we had been able to spend some time with her before uh, things went bad. So, um, even if it was kind of cruel fate in a way, that like we got her back just to lose her again for good. But like at least we knew what happened to her, and uh, at least we were able to have closure. Whereas if she passed on out there in the wild, as it were, um, you know someone might have just discovered her body and like dumped it or buried it, and like I guess she did have a collar, so like she might have still been like returned to us, but like it would have been, I think, even more tragic in a way that like I don't know, like this really hits home for me, and in that way, even though that was like the situation where I did like break down and cry when it happened, and all the other cats that passed on, at least passed on. Like even Princess, she was like I think 17, 18 years old, so like she lived a fairly long life. And then other cat who we actually had for a long time. We had since she was a kitten. Misty. She had like a chronic illness that basically, literally, like she was skin and bones toward the end. But like we were anticipating it would happen. It was not painful for her, and she passed on naturally. And I didn't cry for that. Like I think it's more sad. I think it's a lot more sad when they pass on before their time. I think it's for any death really. And I was a lot younger then too, so I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I just thought I'd share that story. All those stories, I guess, of I guess I'm dedicating this playthrough to this live stream to all the cats that I've had that have passed on. And the two cats that we have right now that are alive and well. Lily Sue and Butsu-chan. Technically, his given name is Boots, but anyway. Thanks for watching. Thanks for seeing through my tales of woe. It make this ending even more depressing. But at least, like, there's that hopeful, like, twist at the end. I think made it. It wasn't all for naught. Like she made a friend who might be deaf. I don't know. Like it may have just been like the way her voice was stylized, but it sounded like she could be deaf, like this, or be like a girl who like went deaf. At a certain point before like she could learn how to properly. That's not making fun of people who are deaf but can speak, but like they do tend to have a way of speaking which is what this girl sounds like. It'd be interesting to know if that's actually like the intent or if it's just the way the girl speaks, and now I'm gonna feel really bad for making fun of her voice. I guess I don't know if it's. I'm not even really making fun of it. I'm just like commenting that like that's. It sounds like the way that a deaf girl would talk, which makes their relationship a little more interesting, like deaf and blind. It leads to a remake of See No Evil, Hear No Evil, or or was that what it was called? I think it was like Richard Pryor and Gene Wilder or something. I think one of them played a deaf person, one played a blind person, or something like that. I don't know. Regardless, this is a good game. I got it on sale. I can't remember how much it costs normally. I could potentially look that up. I'm going to go into. Great, the overview is like check back soon. I don't know if like it's down or something or. Apparently, I'm trending. Because I'm probably the only person live streaming this game at the present moment. Because it's kind of. I think I bought this on my dad's account, so because I think it had PlayStation Plus discount on it or something. So I should be able to see the actual prices. Oh, this probably give me like Beyond Two Souls before it has Beyond Eyes. Okay, here we go. $14.99, which actually makes sense because it's. I don't think it's quite as content rich as Gone Home. Um, like it has more gameplay elements to it. Like you have to sort of find your way around to your objectives, but um, yeah. But I would definitely put it in a similar category to Gone Home in terms of being. It's not like a first person experience because it's not first person, but I think it's in a similar vein. It's more about the journey and exploring the world, um, and experiencing kind of a perspective that you wouldn't normally be able to experience. Um, so yeah, I think it's pretty cool. It's definitely an example of something that only indie games can really do, because only indie games really try to go into this more do a more short form type story. I can't remember how much it was on sale. I think it was like $5 or something like that. Definitely more than fair price. I'd probably say buy it even if it's like $10. 50 bucks might be a little much for a short game that really kind of has a good story to it. I mean, like if this was a movie, um, I don't know if I'd replay it just because it's so sad that the cat ends up being dead, or at least presumed dead. Um, at the end, like I don't think I'd replay this game at all. Like even to get the trophies for like doing like little things on the side. Um, I don't think I'd replay it. So, um, you know, yeah. Unless there's like a commentary option or something, which I don't think there is. Yeah, it doesn't look like there is. There's 6 chapters. I thought there were fewer. But yeah, it's a good game. Not entirely sure it's worth $15, but that's kind of when you get into these kind of games, it's really hard to gauge how much it should be worth. Um, because I mean, you can buy like an older like triple A game for like $20. So it's kind of like. Yeah, it's hard to gauge like how much an indie game should be worth or what quantifies value. Um, so it depends on your opinion on it. Like I don't know, like if I can recommend it at full price. Um, it's certainly a well crafted game. It's definitely a game that is innovative and provides a unique experience that you can only get for this game. It's definitely cheaper than Gone Home, so there's that. And I think it. I'm not really gonna pass too much judgment on that, whether or not it's worth $15. I think it's up to you. I would say it's maybe more $10 or even a $5 game, but I said $10 is probably like the sweet spot for me for a game of this length and complexity. But $5 more, not too big a deal. But I would recommend getting it if you see it on sale. Like on Steam or PlayStation or Xbox One. I think it's available for Xbox One too, so yeah. Anyway. So that's it. I managed to do it all. This might be the first game I've done in one go. So thanks to the one person who watched and interacted with the chat. Of course, LCS and the DFTBA. And I'll see you in the next live stream. I should mention one more thing. I may not be doing live streams as regularly. Breath of the Wild's coming out on Friday. There's maybe a slight chance I might get it sooner, but I kind of doubt it. But it's going to be occupying quite a bit of my time. Mass Effect Andromeda, I'll be able to actually live stream. So, there's that. Breath of the Wild is a combination of the fact that like it's on Wii U and Wii U doesn't have any built-in live streaming capability. Even if I had a capture card, Nintendo, they're kind of a-holes about monetization and things. So yeah. So not sure I live stream it even if I could. So I know I've been doing kind of daily live streams for a while, and I've kind of been trying to ease up a little bit because it's been kind of eating up my life a whole lot, and there are also some like recent events that have kind of that you may have heard of it, like kind of maybe reassess whether or not I should be live streaming as much as I have been. Also, again, variety is the spice of life, and if I'm like going for like just playing like one game for an extended period, I should really try to do more variety for my own sake, and games that I have that I can't live stream currently. And I'm wanting to play like Dragon Quest VIII on my 3DS. I've been wanting to play that, and like that I would be even more harder. Would be even harder to live stream because you have to actually get your console modded. So yeah. So again, LCS, DFTBA, and I will see you in the next live stream, whenever and whatever that will be. Bye bye.